What's up, everybody? You're hanging with your boy, the PA. Here we are in one of MSC's private islands, and this is going to be a review of the MSC Meraviglia coming to the Bahamas, the private island, and of course Cape Canaveral. Now, unlike everybody else, I'm not a professional cruiser. I've been on 5 cruises my whole life, counting this one. I don't do this for a living. And previously, I only sailed Royal Caribbean or Carnival. I started off with Royal Caribbean. It got a little bit too expensive. Then I went to Carnival, and then now I'm here at MSC, which is a little cheaper. And they had the package here. It was the drink package that I got, free Wi-Fi and all that stuff. And the deal was too good to pass, so I ended up getting this deal. And here I am with MSC. Let's make our way down to the beach. Let's talk about what's happening with MSC. I've been here for 3 days now, and I think I have a pretty good grasp on what's going on in this boat. First of all, the boat was to capacity. There was about 5,500 passengers on this with the crew and everything else. So the boat feels like it's really, really overcrowded. So I hated that right there. Right off the bat, we had to wait in line to get onto the boat. It was about an hour and a half, but because we're in the Aura class, they actually let us cut the lines. If not, we would have been there even longer. So the line to get on the boat was a total nightmare, an hour and a half, and it was just horrible. Once we got on the boat, I couldn't believe the amount of people that there was on the boat, and that's the other thing that turned me off. There was a lot of people. I mean, everywhere you go feels crowded. I don't care what anybody says. I know that sometimes they're up to capacity, sometimes they're not. So I'm not going to fault them too much for that, because it is what it is. But you're not going to have any peace and quiet if you come here in the summertime, especially with your kids, when everybody is home on vacation, kids' school vacation, and it was just terrible. The other thing is the food on the ship. The meats are really good. The seafood variety, there is none. There is no seafood. They have like these tiny little scallops that are terrible. And other than that, they have lox, which is salmon, which I do eat in the morning, which I like. But that's it. There's nothing else. We had the lobster tail, which is a surf and turf, for dinner. And, you know, it's a small Caribbean lobster, nothing to be too thrilled with. But other than that, there is no seafood. They had a little bit of shrimp. I mean, when you go to Royal Caribbean, you go to Carnival, the buffets are packed with seafood and things like that. Not in MSC, which was really disappointing. So I must say the steaks are good, but as far as the seafood itself is lacking. I did notice that the variety and the food and everything else seems to be better on the other cruises, especially Royal Caribbean, Carnival. The food and the quality seems to be a little bit better. Now, with that being said, every steak and every meat that I've had on MSC is great. The problem being is there is no seafood choices whatsoever. There's no seafood. There just isn't. A few shrimp, a little bit of scallops, and that's it. The variety also seems to be, especially in the buffet, seems to be the same over and over again. All right, so here we are in the Aurea section. This is the solarium. We have a small pool here. It's nice and warm. And from here, we can go ahead and overlook the main pool area. And you can see everybody else that's here. Most of the people right now are actually probably in their rooms, because we did stop at the private island, MSC's private island. You can see some people at the beach still there, and then you can see the main pool. But this pool over here with the 5,500 guests during sea days is absolutely packed like sardines. There's the bamboo pool, I believe, down that way as well, and that gets packed as well. So it's good to have access, limited access to certain areas, and that makes a big difference. So let's check out the solarium part here. As you can see, there's the pool that I was talking about. We have a couple of lounge chairs over there, and then if I look over this way, we have lounge chairs here as well. And then what's happening is there's somebody at the door there checking your card to make sure that you have Aurea access in order to get into this private solarium. And really what's happening here is because of the magnitude of people that we have here, this has actually been helping us out, because we have access to this, and there's not a lot of people. I think on this ship right now there's 5,500 people, guests, and out of those 5,500, only 240 are Aria guests. So if you can get that, like I said, I got the whole package, but if you can get Aria, it definitely is worth it because you will have special access to certain areas that nobody does. And one of them is the solarium here on deck 19, I believe it is. How is it? Good. I recommend that you get the Aria guest package there, or the Aria package, which will include this private solarium here that you can see. And this water right here is warm. My kids were here, they love it.
Subscribe to my dad's channel. Bye.
So another cool thing about Aurora, if you get it, is the fact that you have spa access. And if you don't have Aurora, you have to actually purchase it. But we have access throughout the cruise. The only thing is you're going to have to make reservations because it's very popular. So I just made reservations. I actually just got from the spa, which is highly recommended, really good. So there's another perk for you. Aside from the private pool area, you also get spa access anytime you want. And they have a bunch of steam rooms, cold rooms, jacuzzis, world tubs, you name it, they have it there, which is really nice. So I've enjoyed that part of it. As far as being in the Aurora class, you feel like you have a little bit more space, a little bit more room to breathe, and you have things that not everybody on board has. Like I said, like the spa, like the pool on deck 19, which is only for Aurora guests. So that aspect of things I like. The other thing is too is you got to make sure that you reserve your spots when you go to the to watch any show. You have to reserve. If you don't reserve, you're going to be in line, and if there is space, they'll let you in. But unlike other cruise lines, you actually have to reserve everything around here, including dinner. You have to reserve the shows. You have to reserve the spa time and everything else. So make sure that you reserve the shows before you head there, because if you head there without reserving the shows, you're going to wait in line. So far, the food has been one of the complaints that I have. Last night, I had the fish again to give it a try, and it was horrible just like it was the day before and the day before that. So the seafood options, terrible. I mean, I wish they would do something here at MSC to make the food a little bit more appealing, especially these seafood options which don't exist. So that would be a great thing if they change the menu and offer more seafood variety. The other thing is the constant reservation. It kind of gets old. It'd be nice to just get there and be shown to your seat when you go watch a show. But I mean, I understand why they do it. It's a ship with 5,500 passengers or 5,400, so they have to do it. So there's a few things that to keep in mind, that you do have to reserve your shows. You do have to reserve your dinner times, and you do have to reserve spa time and anything else. Some people don't know how to navigate, and they're never going to reserve anything, and for them they're going to get a less experience because they forgot to reserve and now they're going to have to wait. So just keep that in mind. Also, it seems like throughout the day there's not many things to do. I mean, aside from the pools and the bars, they don't have many shows. Last night's show was pretty good. Other than that, the shows I hit or miss. I watched a total of 3 shows already, and 2 of them were decent, 1 was okay. So it is what it is. Like I said, the entertainment is quite not up to par as other cruise lines. But it's watchable. I mean, you know, I'm not expecting big Broadway productions, and I'm glad they're entertaining us. I'm grateful for that, but just be aware that, you know, if you think this is going to be a luxurious vacation where you're going to eat this luxury food, this gourmet food, and you're going to watch top-notch shows, that's not how it works. With a cruise, you pay for what you get. It's one of the cheapest vacations you can take and one of the most bang for the buck, and that's what it is. All right, here we are, day 7 at the MSC cruise ship. This is the last day here, and things have taken a turn for the better, I would say. Still, the food, the only thing that's good is the meat options. The fish options are not that great, although last night we had an okay piece of tuna and swordfish, so that was the first time I could say that the fish was somewhat decent. Before that, it wasn't good. But last night, the tuna and the swordfish were alright. One thing too, I just woke up not too long ago and my back is absolutely killing me. The mattress that we're sleeping on is absolutely garbage. I mean, my back is all stiff. Horrible mattress. My parents' mattress, on the other hand, seems a lot better. But our room, the mattress is not that great. So that's a complaint I have. Other than that, things are going well. They just had a show. What was that? The snow party on the deck there. And, you know, it is what it is. When you're on a cruise, all you do is you roam from bar to bar, beach chair to beach chair. You have a drink, you relax, you do it all over again, and you eat and eat and eat and eat. So that's what we've been doing. It's actually not as bad as it was on the first day because I was chaotic, but things have improved and gotten a little bit better. There's just some quirks here and there that you have to get used to it. But I'm looking forward to the last show tonight, have a couple of drinks, and then tomorrow disembarkation, and we'll be out of the ship, and the ship will do it all over again. This ship is going to be sailing the same route until August, at which point it turns north and it goes up to Canada and those regions up there. So for now, let's enjoy a drink. We're here at the Sky Lounge. It's a very beautiful lounge. Just a side note, I did enjoy the cruise. It was really good. I felt like I got a good value for the money. There was a few complaints, like I said on the review. They have a great spa area, and overall, I would do it again. Just beware of what I touched on the review. It's not going to be the same as Royal Caribbean or Carnival. They're still catching up, but you do get a good bang for the buck. So, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe for more videos.